Hello, hello. It's time for Fishing Friends. What's up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Fishing Friends with Danny and Gina. I'm Danny,
I'm Gina.
and this one's going to be a good one. Oh, man.
Yeah.
We got some people here already. We got James H here. What's up? James going to be lurking. Plushy Aquatics 3. What's up, dude? And Silver Creek Aquatics. I don't know who you're saying is morose. We're freaking bundles of joy.
I am perfect ray of sunshine. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Y'all want to be cool, kids, and smash the freaking like button before I smash your pinky toe.
Oh, he'll do it.
Yeah, that's what Johnny Four Fingers says.
He'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, man. So.
What is your smashing tool of choice? Is it a brick? Is it your foot? Tell us, Tommy.
Oh, yes. What is your smashing tool?
I'm asking the important questions.
I like hammer.
Hammer, yeah. Crowbar. What's your smasher of choice? LOL. No, don't LOL me. Answer the question.
There might be a delay on the question.
Yeah, there is a delay. Hammer! There we go. All right, moving on. Let's start the stream.
All right. Oh, man. So, I finally have my car, which is
Yay!
good. There's still an issue with it. Apparently, they kept ordering ignitions. They ordered from like 4 different places, and they kept sending it. They kept sending ones for push start versus ones for the key.
Oh.
And so he ordered like 4 of them, and so it's ridiculous. And so he's ordered for another one, and he'll be getting that in. But I was just like, I'm gonna go ahead and take the car now, and then whenever you get the ignition in or whatever, just call me, and I'll come over, and we can put it in and all that stuff. But pretty much right now, like, I have to put the key like really far in there, but more or less it might be easier to get my car started with a screwdriver. Because there's just no ignition thing there at all. You gotta like go all the way in and like twist it. And it's really not that big of a deal, except like to turn the car off, I have to also put the key like way in there and turn it all the way off. A Hyundai, not Nissan or not just a Hyundai, and freaking. I had somebody call me when I was getting ready to turn, right when I was leaving my house, and I ended up stalling it. And I had the keys like on my waist, and so I was like, luckily there's like nobody behind me, but it's like that's like a really anxiety-ridden situation when I gotta like pull my key out and be like looking and trying to like line it up right, and then like, all this stuff. Like, so I better not ever stall it.
No bueno.
While it's like this, hopefully it gets the part Monday or Tuesday. And it's the right one and all that stuff. And
right.
Yeah. Because they just keep sending one that doesn't have the hole for the key. It's just like, I need the key.
I have the key.
Yeah. And apparently there's no way to like convert my car to a push button, which that's just kind of sucks. I mean, I'm sure there probably actually is. They're just not going to do it.
Probably involves like pulling the dash off and all that stuff.
that, and then having to like make another area for like another button and have to do that sort of thing. So yeah. What's up, KJE Aquatics? And we got Wi-Fi here. And Select Pet. What's up, Select Pet?
Hi.
Oh man. Cockatiels are going nuts in the back. So I was earlier this week, I think it might have been on, let's see, I think it was on Tuesday. It might have been on Monday, but I think it was on Tuesday. I stopped at a customer's house that normally she's like never home. I always miss her. And I thought I would miss her again this time, but then all of a sudden, like, the garage doors started opening up, and she's like, "Hey, how have you been?" And we started talking and stuff. And I noticed something like off to the side, and I have no idea how the conversation ended up that way, but it's like basically like storm fell down, like storm happened, different things. I don't really know exactly what it is, but she didn't want it. And just like, I would really like to have that. Ugh, I'm kind of hooked up. Hold up. Let me untangle that. There we go. The birds don't like it yet.
Ooh.
Check that out. There's no, I almost went straight up to the ceiling fan with that. There's no stand, so I'm going to have to work on that. I also maybe thought about trying to like drill it straight into the walls or something like that, but I'm like, no, I don't want to. But I need to get some sort of platform for it. But
you just need like a plywood base or something.
That, it's already got like a little thing up there that I can screw like one of those like play sets or whatever, the bird jungle gyms on. And
nice.
Yeah. So it's interesting, but yeah, I was trying to put Casper on it earlier today, and he was just like not having it. Anytime I'd get him like kind of close to it, he'd just fly off and I'd go up to the window and stuff. And so he was just like very much scared of it.
You need to maybe tie some millet to it, like some kind of food item to it, and maybe that'll attract him to it.
Well, yeah, that, and I also need to get it kind of in a good spot, kind of maybe closer to their cage at first, and then like put some stuff up there. But eventually I want to have it to where I can have like the tree behind me with the birds in here as well.
Agreed.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I agree. I don't do that with Marco. We actually do have like a freestanding like play stand for her. I could have it here in the background, but she would be in here screaming the whole time.
Yeah.
That would not be good.
Yeah, they are pretty noisy. You guys can hear them in the back.
Well, the fact that she would be behind me and me not looking at her and talking to her, she'd think that she wasn't involved, and she would scream to demand attention and to be involved.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. This is a mighty piece of wood. Alert the treasury and send an invitation for the ship.
Tommy, I was just saying it before the stream. You are so goofy. You come up with the wackiest stuff. Just on a dime.
He's quoting more or less, like he's paraphrasing a guy off of YouTube and TikTok and stuff that I'm sure he's seen in the YouTube shorts just like I have. He got really famous really quick or whatever, but he just kind of reacts to different things and people send him stuff, and he dresses up in kind of like a Viking outfit, and his whole thing is hammer, like, and
so there's definitely a theme going on.
Yeah, there's a specific theme or whatever with that, and so people will send him videos to react to, and he's just like, that's whatever else, send her an invitation, like text the treasury, like,
Yeah. The silver is
Yeah.
Yes,
So he
giving
was, yeah,
giving
it's a
credit,
club.
not taking credit.
I don't remember what the guy's name is, but he pops up when I'm flipping through my shorts. He's one of the ones that I'm happy when it pops up because
Ye
he's actually something relevant to what I like versus the weird dancing and people wearing velociraptor masks and stuff. I don't
yeah.
understand where that comes from.
Yeah.
Uh, but then, like, yeah. So after I bought my car today, though, we did. Well, not we. Why I say we? I decided to go out to White Hop Greenhouses out in Baldwin to see what I could find, and I found some really, really nice plants.
Ooh, was it the day of the eclipse? Did you buy a weird plant during the peak of the eclipse?
Oh no, I don't. I didn't do any of that. No, I went. I went today.
Oh,
Yep.
anybody gets the
No,
reference? Anybody get the reference?
that Little Shop of Horror.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And say I played the Audrey 2 in high school.
There you go.
But anyway, I went to White Hop Greenhouses and I got some pretty cool plants. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I got some pretty cool plants. One of them was this beautiful flowering plant that gets pretty tall. It's called
Ooh.
foxglove, and I got this Dalmatian white variety. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I think I've seen it before or whatever, but not this variety. And so I just got one. We'll see how it does. I think it's perennial or whatever. I think it comes back every year. So
Nice.
that'll
Yeah, I
be nice.
think I was looking into those whenever I was first like trying to figure out if I wanted to plant like redo our garden, and that was one that I think I was looking at.
It does have different colors. It's kind of like related to like hollyhock, I guess, because hollyhock has this more. I was, I was
More like
getting
an open flower rather than a
yeah,
bellflower.
right, but it's great for like hummingbirds, and, like butterflies and stuff like that. And then I also because of hummingbirds and stuff. I got this type of salvia, guarana, uh, guaranitica, whatever. Blue and is black and blue, and it's really really cool. It has these really cool bellflowers that come out to the side, and I got some last year. It's an annual, so it dies every year. It doesn't
Will it
come.
drop seeds though? Like I know
Um,
some annuals are technically annuals, but they'll like drop seeds and they'll come back.
The one that I bought last year did not come back or whatever.
Okay.
I cut it at the base or whatever, thinking maybe it would drop seeds or something and all that stuff, and no, I didn't get anything from it. Um, so yep, bought another one, and it'll get pretty decent size. Yeah, they're very very interesting looking flowers. I think there's a white
Cute.
variety or whatever too. If you get the Salvia divinorum, there's no hiding from the truth. Ah, yes.
Oh yeah, we had a couple people come in. Go with the Flow Aquatics. That's Richard Reynolds, right? He changed his name.
Yes.
Yes.
Richard Reynolds.
Hello, Melvin.
Legacy, Melvin. New name that I haven't seen before. Hagen Hoodle Design.
Hello,
And
hello.
eat blueberries.
Hagen Hills says it will not die. Is it Hagen Hills? My German is rusty right now.
I did not. The umlauts make it Hagen, I believe. Or, I don't know. Maybe it is Hagen. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Hagen.
know.
It like extends the vowel.
Yeah. I don't understand German.
Makes it a long vowel.
I had somebody, well, I had a German girl try to explain it to me. She said like the umlauts just mean like you more or less you say the vowel with your mouth like more open, so it's like ha, like I don't know. So I just figured it was like Hagen versus Hagen, and then like I don't know. I don't understand. It's like the ice cream. Oh yeah, okay. So I was right. It's Hagen. Yeah, Hagen does like yeah. There no A's in the Deutschland. Except you're wrong because there is. Man, I'm freaking like 95% German. So I also got this cool begonia. I this Rex begonia. There's so many different varieties. I got this one that's like all red, but gosh, they had all different ones. I've gotten this type of variety before. There's freaking greens and purples and all sorts of different types. Begonias have so many different varieties. There's one for everybody. And I also got this Black Beauty elephant ear. They kind of started out green and then they get like purpley velvety when they get bigger.
Ooh.
They're really, really cool. Challenge. So I might put some in the pond if I get the pond finished this year, which I I have a plan on how I'm going to get the pond finished this year. Um, because I finally figured out what I'm going to use is like an additional liner between like the ground and the actual pond liner itself. Because I didn't want to just get that like foamy stuff or whatever. Because I don't know that I just don't totally like it. And I'd never actually seen it at Home Depot either. So I'm just gonna like go to like Target or something like that and just get a big bundle of like cheap towels and just line the whole pond in like cheap towels before I put the pond liner in there. And
Or
then,
the thrift stores.
oh
Thrift
yeah,
stores you can get cheap towels. Salvation Army.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an even better idea. Why go buy new towels when they're just gonna go in the ground? Yeah, just buy a big old stack of cheap towels from Goodwill or whatever. That's a lot better idea. And then also I don't have to go to that evil place Target anymore.
Yeah, because I think their cheapest towels are still like $7 to $10 depending on the size.
Yeah. They used to have like a pack where you could get like 3 or 4 towels in a pack for like
Yeah.
$10 or something like that. And then I also got a whole bunch of like herbs and stuff too. So I got purple basil, which um I just I love purple basil. think it's Osmond purple basil.
Hagen. We decided Hagen. Hagen says Target is better than Walmart. Change my mind.
Yeah, but
Oh,
both are bad. Don't go to either. Yeah, so it's this nice, beautiful purple basil. As it gets older and later in the year, it does kind of eventually get this greenish color on it. But it gets these really nice flowers.
I was going to ask you what color the flower is.
Lots of bees. Beautiful, nice pink flowers that attract lots of bees. And let's see. I'm trying to remember the other variety of basil. It was
Dee Dee. Hello.
Yeah. No. That's a lady.
That for sure is a lady. Would you type in?
I think it was called Anastasia Basil, but maybe not Anastasia. It started with an A. I cannot
Hagen
remember.
says, "Oh, don't let it flower if you want to eat it." Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, I cannot remember the. Not African.
Plushy came in earlier and he said, "Glad to see you still have your hair." Didn't you mention that? Didn't it get pushed back again?
Yep, and yeah, so it's supposed to be today that I was supposed to cut my hair off originally. That's right. But I had to push it off until May 1st, so that I could buy my car today and all that, because the time was going to conflict.
That's right. Oh my god, my birthday's coming up. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, I have another Hyundai Veloster again. This one's a 2012 manual that's silver, and versus my 2016 that was red. But hey, it's nice. I got to get the windows tinted though, because I just don't like having non-tinted windows.
Yeah,
it's too friggin' bright in the car,
and the sun going through the windows is hot.
Yeah, that too. Yep.
Nathan's car has all tinted windows, and yeah, we had the windows down. He's like, "Man, I don't realize how much it blocks out until I have the windows down, like even just cracked." He's like, "That one beam on your arm, it's like, God."
Even just not even getting actual like any like tinting, but just putting like the UV reflection and stuff tinting on there is like essential, man.
Oh my, yeah, we did that on the windshield of his car. And yeah, it makes such a difference. When's my birthday? It's May 5th. Cinco de Drinko is my birthday.
Yep, it's coming up quick.
I know. Is it 1, 2, 3 weeks in one day?
1, 2, 3 weeks in one day.
3 weeks in one day.
Yep. We're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do for the birthday special live stream.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it. Ooh, margarita. See, that's the thing. I never go out on my birthday. Like, because my birthday's on a Sunday, we probably won't celebrate that whole weekend because everybody's out and I don't like people. So,
yeah.
Happy early birthday. We one year tried to go to an Irish bar and pub, and it was still full of college kids wearing sombreros and stuff and being obnoxious. And I was like, cool, nowhere is sacred.
I also got some Cherokee purple heirloom tomato.
Ooh.
Oh, I got a small tomato plant of this, and really, really cool looking. And I'm going to try to get enough to where I can make a nice big amount of tomato sauce and can it all and have that, make my own spaghetti sauce.
Uncle Gardenson, that's Kayla and I's 10-year anniversary. Oh, congratulations. We're driving out to Seattle.
I'm close to 200. Only 29 away. I need everyone to sub.
I think
Well,
I am subbed. Let me double check.
I'm pretty sure I am.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Which side is he on? Is he on my side or your side? He's on your side. Okay.
I also got a ghost pepper plant again. You know, gotta have my spicy peppers. And
Oh, I wasn't. Well, now I am.
Got some rosemary and some dill, of course, and I got some gherkin cucumbers. So they're gonna be little bitty cucumbers, and so I'm gonna make some pickles this year too. Yeah, we can get Lando to 200.
There we go.
Those would be amazing with vinegar and salt and pepper. Yeah, if you like tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes as like to just eat them or whatever.
I do. One of my coworkers
You
brought in
gotta
a little
slow
baggie.
roast them and stuff and turn them into a sauce with other seasonings and things.
My coworker came in with a little baggie of grape tomatoes, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not the only one." And he goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Nathan thinks I'm so weird for just eating tomatoes." And he's like, "What's wrong with tomatoes?" I'm like, "I don't know, but he just doesn't like tomatoes, and so he thinks I'm weird."
I mean, that's what a lot of people do. I just don't like tomatoes. So I don't think people that do that are weird. I think I'm more the weird one for not liking tomatoes, but
You know what? Let me go grab something. I just saw these tomatoes, these little grape tomatoes at Aldi, and they're so good. I know you don't like store-bought tomatoes, but these actually do have flavor. Let me go grab them because I always forget what they're called.
yeah. I don't like hate store-bought tomatoes actually I don't like tomatoes and they're store-bought, so I would probably hate them, but it's more that once you start growing your own food, anything store-bought just doesn't taste like it doesn't even taste like the fruit. Gosh, when I eat strawberries that are store-bought, I just taste water with a little hint of strawberry flavor. Let's like a LaCroix versus eating an actual strawberry. But when you have a homegrown strawberry, it's just like smack in the face, you know?
They're called sugar bombs.
Oh.
And they're on the vine and stuff. I don't know if you guys can.
Oh yeah, nice.
Let me open it.
Sugar bombs,
sweet.
flavor rocks.
Yeah, they're sweet, and they have like a little spike on the end. You can kind of see.
Oh yeah.
So,
it's like a little bomb. Yeah.
You have to wash these because you know how like when you touch a tomato plant, that smell that lingers, it is definitely all over it. So definitely wash them before you eat them.
Yeah. I do like the smell of a tomato plant.
Yeah.
It just like I don't know, it just brings me back to childhood and all that stuff of growing everything in the garden. And so it's just like, even though I don't traditionally like tomatoes, I like tomato products. I've never like made my own tomato products, so I really, really want to. But I always end up like trying to like grow tomatoes anyway every year just because like it just feels like I have to.
Yep. I know I'm the same. Of all the things that I've tried to grow and have failed at, I mean, I'm not the best tomato grower. But I'll get like 4 or 5 good sized tomatoes out of it, and to me that's worth it. Even though I plant like 3 plants, I only get 4 or 5 good tomatoes.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with a tomato and mayo sandwich. Sandwich. Sorry, I read that wrong. Sandwich.
Yeah. If you like tomatoes.
I do. My coworker got a couple extra salads that she had in the fridge for lunch. And a couple of days she just didn't feel like a salad. She ordered out. So she's like, "Hey, there's 2 extra salads if you want them. They expire in like 3 or 4 days." So I was like, "Bet. Okay, I'll take one." So I had that for lunch today. I opened it up. It only had 2 cherry tomatoes in it, and I was like, "No! Why not at least 3?" But they were really bad. They were tasteless, like how you say store-bought tomatoes are. They did not have any
Yeah.
flavor at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just store-bought anything except, I've had this these store-bought pineapples have been pretty good. I buy them every now and then. Not very often, probably just a couple a year, but they are pretty darn good. These like honey sweet tomatoes or whatever, or not honey sweet pineapples
Oh,
that
yeah.
yeah, they're just really, really, really good. And in fact, years ago when I had the Beta sorority, I had a pineapple plant growing like from the stem or from the top of a pineapple. Those of you that don't know, yeah, a pineapple, the green part at the top, you can apparently just break that off, pull some of the leaves off, and you can get a pineapple plant growing from that. So I did that, and I actually had it growing out of a fish tank for a while. The roots were growing, but then eventually I just kind of noticed the roots just kind of stopped growing, and it just kind of sat there for a while. And then like one day I tried to like kind of adjust it, and it just kind of like fell apart. So
Oh,
it
no.
just kind of eventually just stopped being able to be sustained off the water and just kind of started rotting, and I didn't fully realize it. But I did kind of notice that the tank was fine for the most part. It did kind of have a little bit of a buildup of algae, but other than that, like the tank was doing pretty good. But yeah, not enough to sustain the pineapple. It needs, something to like really have the roots grab onto. It can't just grow with free roots in the water.
Good night,
Um,
Dee Dee. Have a good night.
but I recently tried to do it again, and I've had success. I had roots growing in the water, in the window, and just today I actually put it in dirt, added some extra root stimulating hormone in there, and replanted it in some dirt, and it's out in my front yard now. We'll kind of see how it does. And who knows, maybe I'll have a pineapple in the next couple of years, because
Nice.
it's not going to grow big enough to produce a pineapple this year. But if it at least starts growing, that's pretty cool. And then I'll just have to bring it inside with my lemon tree, uh, over winter.
Yeah, I was gonna say those pink pineapples, that are really expensive. That's why when you order them, they have the tops chopped off, is so that you can't grow
Exactly.
one.
And that makes me so mad because that's the one
Mhm.
that I really wanted to grow. And
Yep.
when everyone I kept looking up, it's like you can see that the top was literally cut right off. It's like
Yep. They know. Yeah, I was
they know
gonna say, I
exactly
think,
what they're doing
yeah.
to make you buy that $20 pineapple every time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I did watch a couple propagation videos of the top of a pineapple, and yeah, you like start it in water, and then you would then plant it at one point. I don't think it can stay. Punks! What do we do? Hi, Bunny.
Bunny Viper.
It's calling us punks. The heirloom tangerine is my absolute favorite flavor tomato ever. I think Tommy just said that he just planted how many? Oh no, Dee Dee said I planted 7 tomato plants today, different varieties. Yeah.
Empire of Dirt Aquatics. What's up?
Hello. What was it that Foxy called them the other day? Pile of dirt aquatics. X. I still laugh about that. It had her going, giggling, a whole
Pile of
giggle
dirt.
fit. It was so funny. Sup, Empire?
What is it? Appalachian basil? No, man, I cannot remember the name of this basil. I have to go outside. It started with an A. It was kind of like a semi-long word, but yeah. Let me go and yeah, definitely don't forget to hop over to Dana's side and hit the like button. The chat always seems to be more popping on Gina's side. Don't forget to hit the like.
Not African blue basil. You said it's not.
No, it's not that. Tangerine, tomato. Ah, pretty. It looks like a medium-sized tomato, like baseball size.
Not American basil. Amethyst? Improv basil? Is it amethyst?
No. Oh, cherry tomato. Yeah, like baseball size.
Osmond?
Oh, Queen of the Night tomatoes. Look at these.
Ooh.
Cool.
Oh god, Nathan started the stream. I can hear myself in the other room. He was in the shower.
Salad type variety hails from the Rhine region of Germany.
Those are nice. What are those called? Queen of the Night?
Queen of the Night tomatoes. You can get a pack of seeds for $3.50.
$3.50. Those are
from
sweet.
rareseeds.com.
Oh, you want to know what? Want to know what I bought this week?
What did Gina buy this week?
I bought. Well, Nathan and Gina bought. We finally got a PS5. Oh my god!
Oh, nice!
So excited.
You know, I was just thinking about yesterday. How it's like I've had this Xbox Series X for a couple months now, and I don't know what to do with my Xbox One.
Yeah.
Like, do I take it to GameStop and get $5 for it?
Right.
Do I try to sell it on eBay or something? Because it is the Halo 5 Guardians Special Edition Xbox One.
Yeah, we our PS4 was starting to ever since we did a system update, it just wasn't starting up right. It would error, and then we'd have to go through this whole almost reset, factory reset the stupid thing.
So it looks like so annoying. It's still selling for like $200 or so. Maybe 150. But yeah, this is the edition that I have.
Oh. Yeah, Silver says True Leaf Market is extended family. Renee's has them back in stock. Get them quick. Both have them. Oh, Bunny says my blackberry bushes are blooming. They are thornless and will be the size of your thumb. Woohoo! Yeah.
Do you have sweet blackberries or tart blackberries?
Select Pets says, do I hear a giveaway stream coming up?
Because I have super sweet blackberries, and my sister has like super tart blackberries. And my black raspberries are doing really good this year, bushing out like crazy. And my golden raspberries are right in the middle of them too, and just bushing out like crazy. How are the black raspberries that you had?
They're still doing good. I was actually gonna try to put them in the ground tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but yeah, they're leafing up really nicely. But yeah, they're doing good.
Good. Because I do have a couple more starters popping up right in the same spot that I pulled yours from if you ever needed more. So
there we go. Perfect. In case I mess it up.
It's great that there's like an active like mother root system right there that if I dig up starters, they'll just pop right up again.
Yep. True Leaf is now partnered with Mountain Valley Seeds, which is my family company. They merged. I get no profit from it, though. They should get you an affiliate link. That's lame.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't get any sort of profit from my family owned hardware store in Overland either. So
Well, do they ship out orders? Oh, I messed up my camera.
no, they don't.
Well, see, that's the difference. Is that it's not a nationwide like shipping company, whereas the seed Tommy's family does. So, LOL, it's my sister-in-law's family. Well,
Yeah.
you should tell her at the next holiday. Hey, you should get me an affiliate link.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, yo, I'm part of this big fish keeping company is also a bunch full of a bunch of gardeners. You should get me an affiliate link. Yes, both True Leaf and Renee garden ship. Yep.
Nice.
And I know, isn't it Paul, doesn't he have like a gardening company? Doesn't he like plan gardens out for people? Or maybe that's more like a side gig that he does. I know he talked about like planning out gardens, mapping them out and everything.
Sonny G, what's up?
Aldi actually did have both raised beds on feet and then raised beds that you put the box on the ground. The ones on the ground were only like $20, and I thought about getting it, but I didn't.
Nice.
And then the next time I went to Aldi, they didn't have them, and I was like, "Dang it! I should have snatched it up whenever I had it." Because the ones on the feet are like $40, and I was like, I don't want to spend that much.
Yeah. Raised beds are nice though.
I mapped gardens to the solar cycle. Yeah, they were only like 4 inches. Essentially, it was just a 2x4 boxes. I could easily just go buy some 2x4s and freaking make it, but or maybe they were 4x6s. Maybe they were 6 inches high.
But yeah, that's the way you have to map the garden, with the solar cycle and stuff. There's certain plants that are, like they like a little bit of sun. There's some plants that like a lot of sun. There's some plants that like more sun than you could possibly give them, which is like citrus plants and stuff like that. Those citrus and tropical plants just absolutely love the sun. But like a lot of like tomatoes and pepper plants tend to kind of be like full sun, whereas strawberries will tend to be kind of more of like intermediate sun. They'll do well in the sun, they'll do well kind of out of the sun, and strawberries are really easy. But then like there's some plants that don't do well when there's like a lot of sun, which is like ferns and stuff like that, because they just dry out really quick.
Craig, that's funny. He says, I got my king mattress on the ground at the moment, and the dog's bed is beside it, but so he thinks my bed's better. What's up, MB Reef? What's up? What's up? He likes the pillow. Oh my god.
West to east is good for garden, but south southwest to north northeast is even better. And what's funny is my garden is oriented south southwest to north northeast because of the direction of my yard. I didn't even plan it that way. That's just how it is.
I never even thought about that. I think if I ever do seriously garden, I would have to like, I don't know, I guess take pictures of my yard every hour for a day and like give them to like somebody like Tommy to be like, hey, this is how my yard is. What should I do?
Yeah.
What should I do? Tell me what to do.
Well, hey, if you ever want to know, like, I know where you live.
That's true. That's true.
I can help you kind of plan out where to put different stuff. Just tell me what you want to grow, and I'll tell you where to put it in your yard to get the best results.
Honestly, I would start out being like, give me all the easy stuff because I'm a noob. I don't want to start out with the hard stuff, the
The
sensitive
easiest
stuff.
plants to start with are tomato plants
Yeah.
because uh you really just you can't do anything wrong with them for the most part. Um you want to bury them super deep
Mm-hmm.
because the entire plant can be turned into a root system. The entire plant is covered in these little hairs, and anywhere where those little hairs are can be just turned into roots. So
Yep.
you want to get a decent sized plant that's all you want to buy one that's already about this tall unless you're going from seeds. And when it's already that tall, you want to take off all the leaves up to the very top and just bury it all the way down pretty much. And that whole thing will just turn into a big old ball of roots and just go nuts.
Yeah, because
And
they're very
then,
top heavy, right? Once they
right?
start
Well, yeah. And
fruiting.
so you want to water them well, and then want to put a cage around them so that they can grow up. Or what you can always do too is try to make like a trellis system to
Mm-hmm.
where they grow up and then they can grow out in like a raised thing so that you can get that way, because tomatoes are too heavy to grow vertically, and so they just kind of vine out. And so it's best to kind of grow them up like a grapevine is the absolute best way to do it.
Right.
Tomatoes are actually a vine. They aren't, but they turn into a vine. Um, they're kind of closely related to like pepper plants and all that too. So where they want to grow vertical, but they're just get too heavy and they just kind of fall over, and then they'll kind of grow vertical again and do the same thing and just do that.
I grow vertical and drop them in a loop as they grow. What does that mean? Drop them in a loop.
He's probably got like a hook system, like a loops, and so he pulls
Oh.
them up and pulls them, and so that they grow up and out, kind of like what I was talking about. They are absolutely a vine. Okay.
I hard pruned mine to grow them vertically. Yeah, I know. I've heard what hard pruning is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Humans have to manipulate tomatoes to grow them vertical. They want to spread across the ground naturally. Yeah, kind of. They
See, that's the
also
thing.
want to grow vertical too. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's like a hybrid plant, you know. It's like light. You know, light both acts as like a wave and a particle. Well, a tomato plant both acts as like a vertical plant and a vine. It just kind of like goes all over.
I think by the time I actually get motivated to start a garden, it's like too late in the year to like start
Yeah.
something. And I'm like, dang it, maybe next year. And then the same thing happens. It's a vicious cycle.
Yep. Ultimately, the vine. There are definitely some varieties out there that grow like a little bush, though. Especially those little tiny ornamental varieties with the little bitty tomatoes and stuff. Uh, yeah, those grow like little bushes, but they are like closely related to pepper plants and all that too. And peppers are definitely a vertical growing plant.
I almost forgot about this. My sister gave this to me.
Nice.
It was a thank you for me buying her a Switch. It was for her birthday, but yeah. She gave me a little dinosaur. I was like, oh my god! So she says it's from my new nephew, my baby nephew. She's like, it's from him, and I was like, oh okay, okay. No, it's from you.
Kitchen tomatoes for the win.
Oh, like countertop.
Can't wait to show y'all what we do here with plants.
That is a sweet dino. Yeah, the company, Belsey is the company. And it's Bronte is his name. There's a
It's a
whole
place.
there's like a whole little like profile on here. It's cute. It's so cute.
Yeah. I've been getting really good at growing peppers and trimming them right and getting crazy big pepper plants and stuff. So I have fun with those. I I it's definitely important to trim your plants.
Yeah.
Like it's not that hard to just kind of learn, and don't be scared to like trim your plants either. Like when you trim a plant, it actually promotes growth because the plant feels like it's under attack, so it releases a whole bunch of growth stimulating hormone into all of its other areas. And when you top a plant, it'll often split off into 2, 3, sometimes even 4 full stems from that area, and you can promote extra growth that way. And there's so many different ways to trim, but it kind of depends on the type of plant on how you want to trim it. The vines you kind of trim a little differently than other ones. Um, but I mean, unless you're like cutting it all the way down, like you really don't have to worry about it. You can trim a plant a lot further back than you would think, and it'll recover if it has a nice healthy root system. So don't top an intermediate tomato. Yeah. Or indeterminate
Indeterminate.
tomato. Yeah.
I need to trim a lot of my trees in my backyard because it's shading the area that I want to make a garden. It's essentially where the pool was. And yeah, now all the trees are starting to grow over. So I meant to do it earlier
Yeah.
this spring, right as they were starting to, the leaves were starting to bud. So I knew exactly which branches were dead and stuff. And just so that, you could see what you're doing. But definitely waited too long.
Yeah. I have a um it's not what is it? A lilac. I have a lilac bush tree, whatever, over on the side of my house, and I need to trim that back at the end of this year. It's flowering and stuff right now, so I don't want to trim it right now, but later this year I'm going to trim it back a lot because it's it's kind of, well, I never trimmed it before, and it kind of got some vines and stuff overgrown on it last year, to where like it's got two really long kind of things that are just kind of spread out and stuff. It doesn't look really nice and compact, so I want to trim it back a whole lot so that it'll start branching out all in the smaller area again. And
I had to Google what indeterminate tomatoes were. Depending on. Oh, so they just. Okay. They continue to
yeah,
grow and they continue to produce all growing season. Oh, I want some of those.
yeah, those, yeah, and those grow just from one. If you kill that growth, then it'll just die. Same with like columnar basil. That one just keeps growing vertical, but that one also never really flowers, so you can just keep going off of it like for a long time.
So I don't know if chat's interested. Oh gosh, there's an echo. I brought my work pouch. I didn't know if you guys wanted to see what I carry at work in my pouch.
Yeah.
I usually leave it at work, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring it home and see if people want to bag check. It's heavy. I need to clean it out, and plus I need to clean the pouch anyway, so I need to empty it out.
Do you have any tips for damaged plant bulbs? Well, how are they damaged? Like, you saying you were like trying to split them or something? Or like How are they damaged? Because if they're rotting, then you're screwed. If they're rotting, you're screwed. If they're damaged, like you separated two of them, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, when I was digging up my bulbs last year before winter, I intentionally split some of them or whatever, and then I just let them go and dry out and heal over winter indoors, and then next year I'll plant them all.
Broken bulb. Basically poked a hole in it.
Oh,
So
yeah, if you
damage.
it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Plant it.
Just plant it. It's fine. You would be surprised what plants can recover from.
Mark says Gina is a kangaroo. What's funny is I actually keep a lot of tools and stuff on me. So yeah, I essentially am a hoarder.
Gina is a very handy kangaroo. She's got a lot of useful things in that pouch.
Is always prepared. And I'm also lazy and I hate having to go around and search for tools. Because I go to look for them, and guess what? Nobody put it back where the last person that used it did not put it back where it's supposed to be, and then I have to search around the whole store, and then I forgot what I was doing. And I get distracted and it doesn't get done. So
what's in the pouch? Lurking and twerking. I mean working.
Maybe give it some sugar water, 1 cup water, 1 tablespoon sugar. Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if it matters, but what kind of bulb is it? Is it a flower bulb? Is it... I don't know. I don't know what other kind of bulbs there are.
Well, all lilies are bulbs, and daffodils are bulbs,
tulips.
And, tulips are bulbs, and onions are technically bulbs, and beets are bulbs, and
Madagascar lace plant.
Not eggs. Why did I say eggs? Carrots. I just like eggs. Madagascar lace plant bulb. Okay, so we're talking about an aquatic bulb. Yeah, definitely don't do sugar water with that one. It should be fine.
It'll be fine.
Just put it in the water. It'll recover.
It'll figure it out.
I could never get the store-bought bulbs to do anything, though. I bought a couple like lily bulbs, and they never worked for me. I'd do exactly what they said to do, and they'd even say, like, if it doesn't grow after so long, try flipping it over and see if that works, and that didn't do anything. But I would always have really good success with them when I would like buy an already growing one.
So I got one from Co-op, and it grew and freaking took over my 10-gallon shrimp tank. I had to pull that sucker out and took half the substrate out with it. Like, it was obnoxious.
Yeah. I don't have any anymore because they all did eventually kind of end up dying. And well, no, I took down the 40 breeders, what it was. Yeah, they did all end up dying because it got completely taken over by black beard algae. Now I remember what happened to it. Yep.
Plant it with a smidge of it sticking out if it's just the bulb. Just a smidge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like half buried mine.
Yep, I would half bury it or whatever. Sometimes they'd say you can even just float it or whatever, and it would eventually sprout. And once you see where it sprouts, then you know where to plant it. But
yeah,
I just would never have success with buying a dry lily bulb in a bag and putting it in the water and having it hatch. But buying an already growing one, I bought one from Co-op, and I had good success with that. I found a couple out at Tropical World Pets, which is a local family-owned little fish store around here. And Yeah, I always have good success when I buy the plant, not the actual bulb itself.
Sorry, work's texting me.
Yeah, it's okay. I've even tried buying like bigger lily bulbs and all these different lily bulbs. None of them worked. The Panagitan bulb didn't work.
Let's go through it.
What does Gina have in her pouch?
What does Gina carry on a daily basis? Well, you can see all my pens and my highlighters. I have a green pen. This is my sacred pen. This is mine. So everybody knows that I legitimately wrote something. It's in green.
Yeah.
I have my pink highlighter. And then I have 2 different Sharpies. And I have 2 different Sharpies because the Sharpie brand Sharpie is a finer tip than the Bic Sharpie. So I have 2 different Sharpies because they write differently.
I am a huge fan of anything fine tip.
Yeah. Well, it's just they're both like your standard. It's just the Sharpie has like a this one looks like it's a finer tip, but it's a softer bristle. So yeah, it doesn't hold up to it. The Sharpie brand one is more firm.
Hey,
Okay.
Gina, how are you? Hey.
Hi, Garcia. I have a chart about dog food and cat food. About like all the different brands that we sell and if they're grain free and different things.
Nice.
Grain free, weight management, sensitive stomachs, skin and coat, limited ingredient, all that stuff. Just to help people narrow down what kind of food they want. Post-its. Yeah. Always need a post-it pad. Take notes. Another partial post-it pad that fell to the bottom of it. I have a hole punch. Single hole punch. Because for some reason, what brand is it? The True Chews and the Pepperonis, they send us to hang on pegs and they don't have freaking holes in them.
Okay.
So, hole punch. All my dry erase markers, because there's a board that I have to write like sales numbers on.
Nice.
You know, black for standard numbers, green for positive numbers, red for negative numbers. A smaller one that has an eraser on it, which is handy. I have this squeegee because we sometimes have floor signs that we're supposed to put on the ground. So this is to get all the air bubbles out. It's also just randomly handy.
Yeah.
Double-sided foam sticky tape. Various hanging things. So this is like for the bed wall to hang labels on.
Yeah.
Back tags for like the collars and stuff. More double-sided foam tape. And a Band-Aid. Because I'm always hurting myself. All right. And then... Oh, this is what Nathan gave me for Christmas. So it's a Leatherman multi-tool. So it's pliers.
I love a good Leatherman multi-tool.
Yep. And then what I also use a lot on this...
black. I like that.
Yes. Well, it's just happened to be the color that... Because they have all different sizes of these. So that's a pry bar. I use that a lot. And then the other one I use a lot is a screwdriver. So there's a Phillips head, and then you take this out, and you can swap it, and then it's a flathead.
Yeah. The pry bar is also a successful screwdriver sometimes.
Yes. There is like a serrated knife and a flat knife and a few other things on here, but those are the main ones that I use.
Yeah.
Measuring tape. This is only a 6-foot one, though. I kind of want to get one that's a little bit longer. What else is in here? Slip lead, in case there's a loose dog.
Yep, nice.
What else is in here? Trash. Old labels that I just stuck in my bag. And then my favorite tool... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, my name tag. My favorite thing that I use every day that nobody else has. So this is a tape dispenser.
Yeah.
I carry tape on me. This is so freaking handy. Like, people don't realize you should carry tape on you.
Do you work for...
I am the MacGyver of work. So yeah, that's what I carry in my bag every day.
Oh my goodness.
That's
No,
a lot.
Gina really is like so prepared.
I'm super
And
prepared.
it's funny because like you say, like it's because you're lazy, you know.
It is. It is because I am
Hate to
so
be
lazy.
looking for
Yeah,
stuff.
see,
It's like you just always have it on you.
Sabrina's my coworker. She just started watching my streams. You can ask her. Like, I try to be prepared at work all the time. This people are always asking me for my pliers, my handy tool, my tape measure, and my hole punch. Those are probably the mostly what people ask me for.
I need some electric tape, an apple, and a 13mm socket. I got this.
Vision, hello, hello.
Oh man. Vision Tactics is in the house. She's the go-to co-worker.
I am. I also fix things a lot because I also break things a lot. So I've learned how to fix them so nobody finds out and I don't get in trouble.
I'm the guy you go to when you want to find like the easiest way to do something.
See, sometimes I am, but I also do overthink things sometimes.
Well, see,
I'm just
I
like, no, no.
overthink things so much to where that's how I find the easiest way to do stuff.
Yeah.
What's up, Dedicated Aquatics?
Danikin. Oh, I have to make sure I put things back in the right order.
It's the band-aid for me. No, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
You know why I've learned? Because every time I hurt myself, I'm on the other side of the store from the office.
Yeah.
And then, whenever you have something emergent where like you're straight shot, like on a project or determined to go somewhere, that's when you get stopped like every 5 feet by somebody. And you're like, I'll be right back. I promise. I need to go get a band-aid. And they're like, oh, fine. And I'm like, I'm bleeding.
My favorite time, me what to. My favorite, me what to. All right. Somebody that like System of a Down.
Yeah, I break or mess up something at every family gathering. Yeah, I'm that dude that stains your 100-year-old tablecloth or new carpet. Yep.
Yeah.
We actually do. No, we did. I don't think we have any Starry Nights right now. But yeah, we did have some.
I don't personally keep any Starry Night sequence.
We just got some white discus in today. Or we got them in on Wednesday. We just sold them today. We ordered them for somebody.
Nice. White discus.
I forget the exact name of them.
Not the pigeon bloods, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Snow White discus?
Snow White, maybe? I don't remember.
Or a yellow face Snow White. There's also not the blue. No, not the
Because sometimes we'll get like albino blue diamonds, but they're not these ones. I remember them not being albino, so maybe it is Snow White.
that seems to be the right name for them. Snow White or White Pearl. Oh no, Pearl is the type of skin. Yeah,
How big do they
I'm
get?
starting to learn how fish names work, like and different things, like what a pigeon blood is, and why this one is a white butterfly discus versus just a snow white discus. And you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So I'm looking at these pictures. It's like most of them say, pure white or snow white. This one says albino platinum because it's got the red eyes, so it's actually albino. Like this one says white butterfly discus. Well, why does it say butterfly? It's because of this pattern in the fins it's like a butterfly pattern, like a monarch butterfly has all these different ribbon sort of cells, shapes, and stuff in their wings. So that's why it's a white butterfly discus. And then, the pigeon discus is this spotting in the body, like pigeons and hawks and stuff they have the spotted bodies, the chests and all that.
I agree, Bunny. Tommy is super cool. I wish Tommy was my neighbor. Tommy would be a cool neighbor.
Dude, I wish Tommy was my neighbor too, because then we could just share everything.
I wish most people in the Fish Fam were my neighbor. Can we just make a community? Can we all just buy a neighborhood?
I wish I also lived right next to my sister and brother-in-law too, with all their chickens and turkeys and all that stuff. Because man, it's just when you just hang out over there and just hear all the natural sounds of all the animals and stuff, it's just so relaxing and so wonderful. And people are all like, oh, chickens and stuff are really, really loud. And it's they might be here and there a little bit loud, but most of the time they're just making all these little cute little noises and stuff, and it's awesome. And then you can step outside and go, and then the turkey will go right back. It's just great.
Bro, I share everything. I'm a horrible businessman now. It's the world's stuff, not mine. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I can't own a business. And that's why I'm freaking my dad has mentioned it to me a couple times and whatever about, how I'm good at different sorts of things or whatever, and how my second cousin doesn't have somebody to potentially put the family hardware store to. And so it's I could go work at the hardware store and eventually work up to be the owner of it, but it's just no, I can't. I'm not putting the family business down. I'm not running that family business to the ground because I would screw it all up. I don't know anything about finances or anything like that. I would not have a house or a car or anything if not for my dad, because I just don't understand any of this crap. But freaking yeah, I would have to I would have to pay I'd have to pay an accountant to keep track of all the finances for me, and I'd have to pay somebody else to actually manage all the people and stuff, because I found I'm not really good at managing people. So yeah, I just I definitely cannot run a business. No. Nope.
Tommy says it would take my wife to run the stuff to make it a business. I'm more focused on family, land, etc., not the little things. Yep.
And then also, I'm just far too generous too, to where I just the customer's always right. I understand, there's sometimes that the customer is definitely wrong or whatever, and I can stand my ground in certain circumstances, but I always would be the one that wants to give them the deal and always do all that, to where even with Schwann's, there's some times that I don't have to tell the customer that they have a coupon, but I'm not going to not tell them that they get 25% off. And I'm not going to not put the coupon in for them. I'm going to give them the 25% off if they have it available. And I'm always looking to try to get them any sort of deal that they can to help save them money, because I want to save money too. But that does actually take away from my own pocket in a way, because I do make money off of commission. Yep. So, it is what it is. But no matter what, I always want to take care of my customer versus, doing anything to take advantage of my customer.
Yep. Yep.
And that's why I'm kind of really happy with this guy that I've been working with my car. It's like, even though I I'm still waiting on a new ignition or whatever, he's like, he's gonna fix it. He's been very kind and trying to get everything done, and he's been putting money into that car too, to like replace the glass and all these different things. Like, so it's like he didn't want to just, miss out on a sale or whatever, just because of all these different things. And I kind of asked him about his family too. His family's originally from like Afghanistan. He moved here when he was like 5 or 9 I think he said he left Afghanistan when he was 5, but like officially started living here in the United States when he was 9. And it was really interesting to kind of talk about a little bit of that stuff, and just kind of understanding his culture too, from my time in Iraq and all that, kind of similar cultures in Iraq and Afghanistan. And so it's cool. He's a cool dude.
Pretty cool. I talked about it on my Wednesday stream, but we finally got all the shrimp and plant stuff in at my work, and I'm so excited. I'm going to start, probably this next paycheck, I'm going to at least buy the tank, the new sponge filter, and some substrate. I'm going to start cycling the new tank. I'm debating if I want to set it up here or not, or just put it next to my other shrimp tank, and try out those CO2 tabs once I get it cycled and get my first round of shrimp in there. Yeah, I'm excited. My coworker started with those CO2 tabs, and he really likes it.
Let's see. Here's the thing, Tommy. I don't manage people. I lead people. I show people what to do, and I go and I do it myself as well. Like, I work right with them, and I do that. So like, if there's somebody that starts kind of struggling, I go and I pick up the slack or whatever. And so like, I'm a leader in that sort of way. But as far as like being a manager and like trying to figure out the right balance of how much work I need to do and how much work they need to do, that's where I kind of struggle, because like, I want to make everybody else's job as easy as possible, and that often ends up putting way too much pressure on me, and I do way too much.
Sometimes, I say sometimes that's what I struggle with as a manager, is I will write my lists way too long, and then I don't give enough to everybody else. So like, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and people are like, what do I do now?
Everybody's standing around like, what do I do now? And I'm just like, just find something, because I'm running around and doing all this. And it's like, why am I running around and doing all this? And they're just sitting like,
yeah. So I'll usually take from my pile. I'm like, all right, well, you could take this hat or this little chunk. You could take this chunk. Like, do I have to be the one doing this? No. I can see you with a donut fish tank. Just need the guys from Tank to build it for you. That would be really cool. Now I need to look up donut fish decorations.
Where you can get right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And just pop up.
Oh, I didn't even show you guys what's in my pockets either. So she says that because like all of my, like, majority of my stuff is donut themed.
Well, yeah, your nights and all that. Like, yeah, you have to sprinkle donuts.
And my shit. I dropped it. I have a Zippo too. It's all donut themed.
Yep.
I like my sweets.
If you want the job done right, do it yourself. Exactly.
But see, that's the other thing is
I want everything done right, so I end up doing
if there's a certain way you want something done, you have to teach them, and you have to give people an opportunity to learn and to fail and to fix themselves, which I know a lot of people don't have patience for. But if you want them to learn, that's part of the learning process, is to fail and then teach and educate. So
That's what I love about growing herbs and stuff too. Yep. Husband of the year.
Aw.
Just go and grab whatever. Like, hey, I'm gonna barbecue. Let me go cut up some little rosemary and some basil to throw on the burgers while they smoke a little bit, you know? Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I like cooking with fresh herbs. Fresh herbs. And when I say fresh, I mean I just cut it off the plant.
You need a bigger pouch, sink or swim. So we used to have aprons that had 3 pockets in them, and oh man, I used to load my apron up. Like, you think this is a lot? Like, each of pocket was about the size of this pouch, and oh my god, I had so much stuff in them.
You had like a full impact
Yeah,
driver.
like it would like dig into my neck. Sometimes like you would see it like digging into my neck, and my managers would be like, "I think you need to tie it tighter around your waist to get the pressure off your neck." I'm like, "Yeah, that's a good idea."
Yeah.
um, but yeah, oh my god, I wish I had an apron. I think I threw my old one away. Yeah, right
Mm.
before I went back to Petco, like literally 2 months before, I think I threw away all of my old Petco shirts and stuff. I need donut scissors. Oh, sorry. Well, my Leatherman has a pair of scissors in there, but yeah.
You need a donut Leatherman.
I-
Where
See,
it's like
so that's
sprinkles and like blue on the inside.
I joked with Nathan that he should email Leatherman to be like, "Hey, you should do a collab with GP Knives." Or not GP Knives. The other one who does these collabs for all these donut uh it's a collaboration. Um the Knife Center? No.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They're
they're the one who
sweet.
started it, and they're the ones who kind of like collab and make those. And I'm like, I do need a donut. I'm like, watch, Nathan will buy me this Leatherman, and then they'll come out with a collab, like a Donut Warrior Leatherman. Watch, it'll
Yep.
happen. It hasn't happened yet, but
It's gonna be blue cream on the inside, and the outside's
right.
gonna be pink with sprinkles.
Well, what's funny is that they're actually starting to do the opposite. So on this it's like pink with sprinkles. Well, they're actually inverting it now as like the 1 year or the 2 year anniversary of the Donut Warrior. So yeah,
Mhm.
now they're starting to. So it's blue with sprinkles and then a pink blade.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, the closest thing I have to a donut Leatherman. Blade HQ. That's the website. So yeah, Blade HQ. But yeah,
There you
Swiss
go.
Army.
Swiss Army pink
Yep.
donut. Oh, and a mini Swiss Army donut.
Yeah. This one's mine. This one's Nathan's.
Nice.
But yeah,
Swiss Army
where is it?
knives. I use my Swiss Army knife all the time.
There it is.
And mine actually came engraved, and my parents got it for me when they were in Switzerland.
Oh, nice.
So I have a Swiss Army knife that's actually from Switzerland. Even though technically they're all from Switzerland, I believe. But
You should send your Petco shirts to someone like me so I can write "sucks" underneath them and sell them.
I had the highlighted a second ago. Yeah,
I
that's
think I would get in
true.
trouble for that.
Petco sucks. But if your Petco sucks, you just need to find a new Petco because not all of them suck.
Yeah. Mine doesn't suck because I make sure it doesn't suck.
But Big Petco does kind of suck just because they have some outdated policies.
They're starting to make
As
changes. They're slowly getting better.
Yep, they are. Same with like Pet Supplies Plus and all that too. Like I'm seeing more and more things as far as bioactive and all that stuff, to where it's like they're no longer promoting that super sterile environment and starting to be like, hey, you can actually use nature to do things in a natural way. My neighbor sells blades on Amazon. Dude has a warehouse and shipping containers full of swords, axes, broadswords, anime cosplay stuff, cool as fuck, but he sucks as a person, so there's that.
Mm.
You know, blacksmiths weren't popular for their personality. They were popular because they were good with steel. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I am going to eventually use my battle axe to chop some wood.
Oh yeah, I forgot about your battle axe.
Yeah.
You need to take a short. You need to make a short about it.
Oh, I will. Like, you know, I don't always chop wood, but when I do, it's with the battle axe.
There you go. You can come over and help me chop down some of the branches from my trees. Just
Nice.
jump and swing at my trees.
I'll do
I'm kidding,
that.
don't do that.
And then you guys can bring the chainsaw back over, and we can like get a ladder or something and bring down this big old branch that's like reaching way out over my pond and over these wires. And that'll help bring out more sun.
My local Petco is ran by man-hating lesbians. Nothing against them, just saying. They don't give dudes a chance to speak and will make guys wait forever and help and talk to women pleasantly and nice. Well, that's not cool.
I mean, that kind of reminds me a little bit of my old boss too. She definitely, was very, very lovey-dovey and friendly with all the women, but the dudes, she would just kind of make us do all the crazy hard labor and stuff like that, which is just like whatever. I'm fine doing for the most part. But there was one time that like she was like pulling a pallet jack and like moving a big old tall thing of like dog food or something like that. And it's like she kind of looked like she was struggling a little bit, but she looked like she had it. So I was just letting her take care of it. And she's just like, oh, you're just gonna let me do this all by myself or whatever? I was just like, I mean, hey, I'm all about equality. It looks like you had it, and she didn't like it.
She didn't like that.
Equality, so
Yep. But the guys, it was, what do you want? Huffs and puffs. Can you hurry? Kind of stuff. That's just rude.
yep.
That's rude. Looking for someone who screen prints t-shirts or some other way. I have a single t-shirt I need made, maybe two. Custom, of course. Bucket list ones. Doesn't Garcia's wife do t-shirts? I think it was Garcia.
Man, he is just whistling away.
Chatty Cathy over there.
He's just making up songs and all this stuff.
I feel like it was Garcia. He was. Somebody was saying something about their wife prints t-shirts and stuff. I could be wrong.
Maybe think it was Garcia because it looks like Garcia had his t-shirt. Like it looks like they did it themselves almost. Or
was it stickers? Maybe it was maybe both. I don't know.
Gosh, what happened to that Jadrin Aquatics or whatever? He used to make stickers for everybody. Is he still around?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Jadrin and Jadran Aquatics. 4 months ago, a year ago, 3 years ago. Huh. Oh. Is he still making stuff? No, it looks like his latest video was like 4 months ago or so. Several years ago. He was pretty active in like FishFam stuff several years ago, and he would make like stickers for like everybody in the FishFam pretty much on like a super cheap, because that's what he did for his job. He was like a printer or whatever, so he'd do like business cards and stickers and lots of different stuff for people.
He says it is rude. I mean, whatever. I don't care, but it's 2024. Time to stop hating on people. Yeah, I mean, I can understand like matching energy, but like give the person a chance. Like if they're polite, you should be polite back. Like Jesus. Thanks, Gina. I'll ask him. Doesn't Susie Q make t-shirts now? I don't know.
I think Susie Q makes mugs. I don't know if she makes t-shirts.
Tommy says Jadron is still around. He's in Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's still around. Like, I don't think he died or anything like that, but it doesn't look like he's making videos quite like he used to. Though I can't see the date on his shorts. What's the
Oh snap! What did I
it
say
looks like
something
his
wrong?
shorts have been for a couple months too, so
Saw a video by Jadron yesterday. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry.
oh, it looks like I haven't seen a vid. I just was looking at his channel. It looks like he hasn't posted a video in
Is it a short?
4 or 5 months.
Go to the
Even
short.
the short, the latest short, the comments were from 5 months ago.
Oh. Tommy, what do you owe snapping? Did I say something wrong? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why?
You're triggering my anxiety. My people pleasing anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, you might have seen it yesterday, but he hasn't. It looks like he hasn't posted a short in about 5 months, and he hasn't posted a video in about 4.
My energy is hype. Not Berto hype, but loving type. I care about everyone and show it intentionally. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, snap about Jadron. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, no, it's like if somebody comes up and is overly excited, like it's not my cup of tea, but I'm not gonna be rude to them. I'll try to like entertain, but like I'm also introverted, so sometimes people being like overly hyped kind of throws me off a little bit. But I'm still not
Yeah,
gonna like shut down or anything,
yeah.
unless they're dumb
I
teenagers that are trying to make a joke out of the interaction. That I'm just like, do you guys actually want something, or can I go back to work? Like,
but yeah, I walked into this business and like the hostess greeted me with like it was like too friendly. She's like, "Oh my goodness, how are you today? Isn't today just fantastic?" I'm like,
oh,
"Oh,
you fake as hell." No, I'm kidding. Uh,
like
either something really bad just happened
you're
to
at a
you, or
12. I'm gonna need you to bring it all the way back down to at least a 9. Like 9 is
yeah.
literally the most I can handle. You're full on 12."
Like I need a coffee before I can talk to you, and it's oh my gosh. I'll post what I post today. Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah. But after I get my hair cut or whatever though, that would be like the perfect time to start shooting my next parody song. So
There you go.
because the artist has short hair.
Oh,
So what is that?
is it already all written? You just need to record it.
No, I've been having this idea for the next one for a long time, and I've kind of already had a lot of the actual song itself already worked out. It's as far as getting everything sounding like the original song, but then yeah, I still have to like write all the lyrics and stuff. I'm still trying to figure out where I want the song to go. Like I kind of have a general idea for the chorus and kind of that in mind, and I definitely have like the main like tagline that kind of repeats or whatever down. I have that down, but as far as the verses, I'm just not really sure where I want to go with the song, you know.
Gotcha.
So I haven't figured that out yet.
Oh my god, Danny, you should go to Flagstaff, Arizona. People are like that everywhere. Not fake either. It's just a weird level of caring about people. like living in a snow globe. Ugh, no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'd rather go to like Vermont where people just don't care.
Sorry, my phone was cut off and I got behind the Jadron stuff. Did you find out that he moved to the country on a family farm and building a homestead now? Ooh,
Oh, well, maybe that's why he hasn't posted video in
he's
like 4 to 5
busy.
months because he's busy and probably doesn't have the same sort of internet access that he used to have. But that's
So,
pretty cool.
yeah. Mark says, "Wow,
Um,
Silver, I would feel smothered by that amount of attention." Yeah, same.
yeah, I can't do it. But yeah, I'm all about homesteading, and it's very
Self.
difficult to do it on your own.
Bunny, I didn't ask because I figured you didn't say that because you wanted to keep it a secret. She said, since no one asked, my T-shirt will say cremation, my last chance at a smoking hot body. I love it.
I love that.
Yeah, it was weird for me, and I'm used to Texas hospitality too. Flagstaff is weird.
Flagstaff, Arizona. See, like, if you go to like the other area of the South, we're talking like Georgia and Mississippi and stuff like that. If people start acting that sort of kind to you, they're being condescending.
Yeah, that's
Help
a
bless your
sarcastic.
heart.
Yeah.
If a
Start talking to
lady
you like a
says bless
child.
your heart, she's not being kind.
Yeah, it's so. Oh
More or
my god,
less
that's
calling
so.
you retarded.
That's so morbid. I love it. I mean, yeah, exactly. We all love the dark humor here.
I love dark humor. I love morbid humor. Like my sense of humor is so dark, you just call it morbid. Yep. I love it. Like, how many
Man,
dead babies does it take to paint a house?
I don't know if we should take it that far, Danny.
Depends on
Oh,
how hard you throw them.
oh my god, stop! Oh, those are
No more
in-person
dead
jokes,
baby
not stream
jokes.
jokes.
It's like walking into a Christmas novel about love and friendship and not being able to find any. No, Christmas novel. We're talking a freaking children's book.
Yeah.
Like, I swear, some of these people, it's like a cartoon for 5-year-olds. Freaking Dora the Explorer.
Right? Like a kid's cartoon. Yeah, like Dora, that's the
Yeah,
way overly happy.
yeah. We have to walk to Grandma's house. Can you say Grandma's house? Oh, I can't stand that.
Stop!
What?
Stop encouraging him! Stop it! Stop it!
I have a lot of dead baby jokes, but yeah,
No!
they're
No!
not. No.
No! Stop it!
She was like, "This is on my channel too." No.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even think about that. Stop it! Just permaban from ever being monetized. Thanks, Danny.
Well, you already got me on your stream every Saturday anyway, so you're already perma banned from being monetized.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
No! No, stop it! I will go and time you out, Tommy.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't really have. I think talking about long lists, I think I'm over planning what I'm doing tomorrow on my day off. I'm probably only gonna be doing like 2 things. Like I really need to clean the house. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to doing anything outside. Like I really do need to get those what are they? Raspberries, blackberries, raspberries,
Black raspberries.
black raspberries. I do need to get those in the ground. So I'll probably do that first before I tire myself out cleaning the house.
They're a Missouri native plant, so that's why they grow so easily, and they're super hardy, and what's the word I'm looking for? Um, I guess hardy is pretty much explains what I was going towards. To
Are
where
they
they're very forgiving. That's what I
okay?
meant to say. So like if you forget to water them, they'll be okay. If you water them too much, they'll pretty much be okay because they're used to everything that is our weather. So
Yeah.
if it gets a random freeze, they're just gonna be fine because they're used to that sort of stuff.
2 things, Gina. Waking up and coffee. Yeah, so Nathan does want to go out for breakfast, so he'll be dragging my butt out of bed probably about 9:30. So
Yep.
it's so funny. I was telling a coworker today, I'm like, our definitions of sleeping in are so different because he wakes up at 2:30 in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So to him, sleeping in is like 6 a.m. 6
Oh,
a.m.
that's
does not usually exist in my world. Like,
yeah. 6 a.m. is earlier than I wake up. I wake up at like 6:45
yeah, no,
on
it is
sleeping
early.
in. Like I don't even count 9 a.m. as sleeping in.
Me either.
Like sleeping in is at least 10 a.m.
I'm
Sometimes 11. I'll even push it to noon depending on what type of day I feel like. What sort of if it especially if it's Friday night into Saturday, like Friday morning, I'll wake up super early. If I was working like 6:45, which that relative super early again. You know, and friggin' stay up until like probably like 2 a.m. And so then, I'll just straight up sleep until noon.
yeah. So like tomorrow, getting up at 9:30, I'm gonna be grumbling. Like that's not like truly sleeping in. To me, sleeping in is like at the earliest 10, preferably like 11.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow I'm gonna set an alarm for 10:15 just so that I can wake up early enough to get my coffee going and hop on online gaming because we always start around 11. So
Yeah. Are you off tomorrow? I'll help you, Gina. Nope, Sabrina, you're not allowed in my house. My house is that embarrassingly dirty. Nope. Mm-mm.
oh, man.
It's just a lot of decluttering. Like my table, my dining room table. I keep joking about it, but I really just need to get rid of my dining room table because it is just a flat surface to collect stuff. Like we
That's my
don't
coffee table
we
in
don't
my
eat
living
at
room.
it. Yeah, it's just a collection point. I just need to get
I,
rid of
I
the
have
freaking dining room
I
table.
have a little corner of
Yeah,
the coffee table that I will use to put my dinner plate on or whatever when I'm
exactly.
wanting to watch it.
Exactly. Oh my god, it's
But
terrible.
it's funny because like I had a friend over the other day, um, and I actually like kind of cleaned up the coffee table or whatever, and I got about 2/3 of the coffee table empty. And it's like, all right, I organized the coffee table enough to where there's actual coffee table left, and
Right?
and but now that it's been like probably a month or whatever since he came over, like it's back to full
Right.
on.
It'll stay
It's
clear.
different
Yeah.
because like I mean I'm autistic and I still am like very like kind of OCD with certain things and everything's very organized and lined up in different ways. But because I cleaned it, everything is now organized and lined up in a different way than it had been for pretty much the last like 2 years. So
Yeah. Yeah, for me it takes about 2 weeks before that table becomes a cluttered mess again. Yep.
yeah.
2 to 3 weeks. Black
Yep.
Pet says, I'm selling at a swap tomorrow. Just realized it's going to totally ruin my day. 3 to 5 on Sunday is not a good time for a swap. I'll bag
No.
fish from 6 to 12, drive to the swap starting at 12, then not get home until 8 p.m. time, then work at 3 a.m. Monday. Ew! Gross.
I used to do that when I was like a kid in the military or something, do some crazy weird hours and stuff. But not anymore.
12 to 3? It's like, what? Do you even bother sleeping at that point? I guess you have to.
But yeah, so freaking Maasai next weekend, they're having a aquarium hobby day. And of course, they're going to try to take over 420. And you ain't taking over my 420. But let's see. So
I'm off next Saturday.
Yeah.
I can go to that.
So if Saturday they're going to have some international and local speakers between 9:30 to noon, and then between 1 and 2 they're going to have some beginner speakers teaching some about baby brine shrimp, outdoor tubbing, beginner plants, and one just labeled as aquarium critters. So I guess that means like snails and isopods and whatever else is in there. And then they're going to have a spring swap between 1 and 4 and a whole bunch of other stuff going on where there's going to be a barbecue and a bowl show. I guess it's like an aquascaping contest or whatever where you can like enter. And then Sunday they're going to have a full-on auction. So I guess stuff that wasn't swapped out, people are going to auction off as well. 500 plus lots of fish, invertebrates, plants, and supplies. Auction starts at 11 and goes until it's done. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Bunny says, Tommy, I don't know how you'd go about it, but find out how much that box of wood would cost to mail and let me know. I get paid or blah, blah, blah. Oh no, next Saturday is 420. I didn't realize.
Oh, bowl shows a fish show, like what the class fish judging.
Oh.
I guess you put the fish in the bowl so that they can look at it closer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't think Maasai's had like a fish show before or like a contest before.
They're doing a whole weekend, the aquarium hobby day or whatever. So this is like a full on like little mini fish event.
I was gonna say this sounds like a lot in one day.
It's gonna have speakers, a supervised kids area, lunch by Shine On barbecue, a bunch.
You heard it all.
All that stuff.
Somebody add it to the Fish Fam calendar. Y'all need to come to St. Louis next weekend.
Yep. Hurry up. Do it.
Hurry up. Book your tickets.
I wish they would have thought of this stuff and announced it like, I don't know, a year ago so that we could actually plan to have some Fish Fam in St. Louis and stuff like that. But
that would have been so cool.
Bowl show is a term these clubs have. No clue who picked that name, but multiple clubs use that term. Only know because my club uses the term too.
Nice.
I wonder if it's kind of like some play on words that I just don't know. Like a car show, maybe they just choose bowl because people traditionally think of like fish bowls or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it's probably just a really old term of when they actually would put a fish in a little bowl
like
so that you can like closely examine it and stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe in an actual bowl. Maybe back early on they would put them in little like.
Well, I know like Asian cultures, like in China, they used to do that. Anytime like a Western ambassador or whatever would come, they would have their like prize koi or prize goldfish on display in a bowl, and that's kind of where the goldfish in a bowl originally came from.
Well, yeah,
from old goldfish bowls. Yeah,
with Asia in general, they don't traditionally, I'm not talking about modern Asia, but traditionally, they think of fish as like a sign of like rich fortune. Like only people of high status can have fish tanks with beautiful koi or arowana and stuff like that. So they really don't care about the size of the tank or anything like that. They just want to have a really big fish for as like a status symbol.
Dude,
And
if I brought Queen to that would be a big ass bowl.
you need a whole soup bowl for that one.
Right. At that point, I'd have to find like a glass stock pot or something. Like,
yeah, put her in an Instapot pressure cooker.
oh my god, no. And she would hate every minute of it. Oh my god, she'd be splashing so much water everywhere.
Yeah, probably from the old goldfish bowls.
Yep. We are gonna get a bunch of really fancy koi and stuff because it's pond season coming up. Corporate's gonna push the order on us, which luckily we have space for, so we aren't mad about it.
Yeah, after all those tetras and stuff had died in there, I kind of cleaned this 55-gallon tank up, and I tried to put a koi fish in there to get it kind of ready for when I got the pond finish, and as kind of a motivation to like really get that pond finished faster because I already have a fish for it that's gonna eventually get too big for the tank, and yeah, it didn't. It pretty much died right away too. So there's definitely just something wrong with this tank that I don't know. I might just have to completely empty out the tank and do something. I don't know. There might be something in the substrate. I don't know.
Goldfish are orange because the gold/yellow was bred out of them on purpose because supposedly only the emperor could own gold.
Yep.
Coming in with them fats.
Yeah. But there was some really pretty kois that actually are like a golden color.
Gina, you need to show your tanks and bird. Where's Miko? Well, Miko is my dog. I can show him, but my tanks are in no state of showing. I was gonna try to work on that. Agree with Sabrina. No peer pressure. They look terrible.
Miko is the cutest.
Miko is the cutest.
He's still so small.
He is. And I think he's not gonna get much bigger. Let me open the door.
Oh, that's so great. Because I forget that he's like a miniature Aussie or whatever, or like yeah. I've only ever seen full size Australian Shepherds, so I was at Gina's house like this Tuesday or last Tuesday, something like that, and he answered the door with her, and he's still just like so small but so cute.
He's a CP boy,
and he's just so sweet. You can see it in his face that he's just like a really sweet boy.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah.
I wish I could have a dog. And it sucks too because I like to connect with other people's dogs. Since I can't have a dog, I just don't have the time, the energy, and all that to do everything needed to take care of a dog. And well, at least not raise a puppy. I could adopt a 7-year-old dog that's seen some things and just needs a good house for 5 or 6 more years until they get old and die. But yeah, I definitely can't like raise a puppy and all that. I'm just gone. I don't have the time to do it. But I love to connect with other people's dogs a lot, and I love to see the connection that other people have with dogs too. And it's just really sad when a friend of mine just, last week had to put their German Shepherd down. And then I was just at another customer's house this past Thursday, I believe. And, she was just telling me that she had to put her little Shih Tzu down and all that. And she kind of broke down in front of me a little bit. And, it's always just really, really sad, the connections that we have. Well, the connection's not sad. The connection is beautiful. It's just sad that the connection is always so short, and that's just kind of what makes it so beautiful and so powerful. Because, like, to us, like, we have a dog for just a short part of our lives, just 10, 12, 15 years if they're a smaller breed. Sometimes you get a little bit longer, but to them that's their entire life.
So Tommy says, Gina, I have mud tanks and show them. What excuses next? Ultimate excuse, I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
Mud tanks. I don't hide my tanks. Well, at least not all of them.
Do you not want down? You don't want down? Okay. He's like leaning back. He'll do the trust fall thing. He won't initiate it though. He'll kind of sit with his back to me, and as soon as I put my hands like under his armpits, he'll just then he'll flop back and do the trust fall.
But yeah, I got a pretty good connection with my cat though.
Yeah, you do.
And gosh, she just won't leave me alone. Like, she's under my feet right now. And but yeah, just thinking about the people having to put their dogs down and stuff like that. It's like, it got me just even thinking about how it's like, gosh, I probably still have another decade at least with Tundra, but just even thinking about the fact that one day I might have to actually say goodbye to her is just sad, because you can really connect with an animal in such a beautiful way.
Tommy let up. He said, LOL, fair. He said, I'm embarrassed and I don't wanna. But yeah. I need to get a good scrubbing magnet algae scraper for the 120 for Queen's Tank, because the one I got just doesn't have a strong enough magnet. It's not able to cut through all the algae.
Yeah. With that glass, how thick the glass is.
It was warm here today. Do you know how hot it got today?
It definitely got up into the 80s.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it hot, but it was definitely warm.
Let's see. It looked like the high today was up to 83.
Yeah.
But it definitely, like, when I was out at the nursery, like, it got pretty hot there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, dude.
Well, guys.
Oh my God, it is time.
Pretty much reached the end here. We've got like a minute and a half left. So just wanted to go ahead and say thanks for hanging out with us on, and spending your Saturday night with Gina and I. And I love just hanging out and chatting with you guys about all different stuff. And sharing whatever we share, and just talking, shooting the shit, and well, I'll keep you guys informed as what's going on with my pineapple.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can get something figured out with this 55-gallon tank so I can put some fish in there. And I'm really determined to get that pond finished this year. I have it like all dug out. I got all this effort to dig it out now. So I just got to take the time and the effort to get all the rocks and everything. And, my plan at first was to originally like collect all that stuff, go down to the river and do that. And I still plan to do that at least for some things. But, you know, seeing that I'm getting an insurance check for my car and I don't have to use all of it to pay for this current car, I'm going to use the extra bit to pay off my credit card. And then I'll be able to, you know, buy some rocks and stuff to kind of help fill up this pond too. Because going to Home Depot and buying a big old bag of river stones is definitely a lot cheaper than trying to do the same thing at like a Petco. And oh my goodness, he's grabbing your arm. That's great.
Oh, there you go. Now he's starting to play. So ferocious. He's so ferocious.
All right, guys. I hope you have a good night. We will see you next week on an extra special 420 episode of Fishing Friends. No, I'm kidding. But it will be 420. We'll see you guys next week, though. You have a good one.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. So long. Thanks for the fish.